Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So it is around the middle of March and I'm still trying to get my garden completely together with the amending and everything else it needs, the little fixes here and there, all the little things that need to be done before I can plant around Mother's Day or so. So in my town, they do a big compost pile. This is a park, and they put a big compost pile. Sometimes they put out wood chips that you can just come and get them for free if you're a resident. And what I do is I just lay down my seats, put a big tarp in, and I'm just going to shovel this stuff right on in here. Now, there's my ever helping companion, and I am trying to get about 3 wheelbarrows full. That's what I think I need. So here I am. Here is what I got. I am back home now. Hopefully I got 3 wheelbarrows full. And as you can see, my garlic is starting to really come up. It's still cold here. In the next day or two, we're going to be flirting with 70-degree weather. That's probably why it's coming up. As you can see, I need a little bit more soil along here. Here's my elderberries. I have some cleaning up to do. But you can see the elderberries are starting to bud out because it is getting warm. And like I said, we're going to be flirting with 70s in the next couple of days, like at the beginning of the week. Nothing else, pretty much nothing else is coming up. That's my mint and stuff. And over here in the main garden, I will show you. I'm just got everything all over the place. But here I'm just trying to straighten all this out. Take all this out of the main garden area. Here is my winter seed sowing, and yeah, once again, nothing's really coming up in these. These don't do that well for me. And I've got some other things going on here. There's nothing in here, but we have repaired that. But we got to finish all around here. That's got to be repaired to hold all the soil in the garden itself. Things that are rutted over the last couple of years. And this is some more onions that I didn't plant that just are voluntary, and as you can see, somebody's been helping themselves to some of it. So yeah, I've got quite a few things I need to still get together. These need to be topped off. As you can see, that's what the compost is for, those over there. So I've got 6 of these like plastic tubs that I've got to top off as well. And the garden edges need to be shored up. As you can see, a lot of them have, over time just broken down and need to be replaced or shored up or whatever I'm going to decide to do. So I'm going to get after that today. Hopefully I can finish all this, and I want to use these leaves as sort of like a mulch in my garden area. And as you can see, I have a little bit of wind damage that I need to take up. These branches just came off. So here is the first wheelbarrow out of this. So I might get the 3 that I wanted, that I'm kind of guesstimated that I needed to just top off what I already have here. So this is 1. So this is wheelbarrow number 2, and this is what is left. I should have 1 more wheelbarrow, so that is 3. So I did get enough. I can always go back and get more if I need it, but not today because I'm tired. And this is wheelbarrow number 3. So I got 3 out, and as you can see, my trunk area is empty. I got my 3 wheelbarrows that I wanted to get. So now I'm going to show you where I'm just putting it. I'm just dumping it here, and then I'll just work it into what is already here. And I'm going to move all this so I can get it spread out. It might not happen today, but yeah. And as you can see, I am still not got any of this other stuff. This might have to go for another day because I'm tired, and I should have probably cleared out my garden space before I got the compost. But sometimes I put my cart before my horse, and yeah, it happens like that. So I did get these filled up. These 6 I did get topped off. So I got a little bit done today, and yeah, now I'm tired. So what I'm gonna do is probably come back at this probably tomorrow. I say tomorrow, but it probably won't be tomorrow. But I can always hope, right? And I've got to put some over here as well. As you can see, I've started to put a little bit, but it needs some more, and it needs the amendments put in here as well. I'm going to use some blood meal and some bone meal. I wanted to find some black cow, but I don't have any. But what I do have is I'm going to make some compost tea. So that's going to be my next little project today. I have my worm bin here, and it was in my basement for the winter, so it's not as much liquid in the bottom as I would have liked. This is what it looks like. This is how much liquid I have. And I do have a little bit in this container from last year. Now, this stuff stinks. But yeah, I am going to use some of my egg water, and this also stinks. So you know when it stinks, it's really good. So I'm going to make some worm tea, and I'm going to use some of this castings from my worms, and I will say it has a lot of worms in here, and I didn't add any more than what I originally had in here. Probably about, I think I ordered 1,000 2 years ago, and I haven't replenished this at all. So it's just been going, and all the worms that are in here actually reproduce from that first batch. I've lost a couple along the way, but I just keep feeding them, watering them, and they keep multiplying and giving me good fertilizer for the garden. So that's what I've been using on it, and it seems to be working. So right now I'm going to show you how I mix this compost tea. So I put all that worm cast off, I will call it, the worm liquid, that's what I'm going to call it, into the bottom of my bin with a little bit of compost. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add what compost, the tea I had from last year, that's what this is, and some of my egg water, and then top it off with just regular tap water. And then I'm just going to cover it with a little cover that I have from a bottom of a planter. This is that egg water, with a rock so it doesn't blow off, so nothing can really get into it. And I'm just going to sit it in a nice sunny spot and let it steep for a couple of weeks till I am ready to use it. So I'm just topping it off with the water. So now I'm just going to stir it up now that I have it topped off with water. Here you can add molasses, you can add fish emulsion, you can add just whatever you like. I've showed you how to make compost with just kitchen scraps. I've also showed you how to make this compost tea with the fish emulsion and the molasses. So here is the top I'm going to leave on it with a rock, and just sit it in a nice sunny spot to steep for about 3 weeks or so. So it's been about 2 days since I made that compost tea, and I've come out and spread all my compost that I got from my community pile, and I've also amended this main garden area. So my main objective, other than getting this spread out, is to get these edges shored up. I need to finish doing that. As you can see, these need to be just the wood that's decayed over the past couple of years. I need to shore that up so the soil stays where it's supposed to in the actual bed and not be washed out by rain or even just watering. So that's the last thing I need to do in this area. But today I am going to start filling my containers, my 5-gallon buckets that I use to grow various things. I found that these 5-gallon buckets, and these are really good for herbs. These little tower ones that I got from the Dollar Tree that I've had for years and years, probably about 4 or 5 years I've been using these same ones for now. I've got my strawberries here that I just need to top off, and then these other ones, that's a raspberry growing there. I don't know what this is here. I think it's a raspberry, but I'm not sure. I didn't plant this in here. It's a volunteer, so hopefully it makes it. If not, it's okay. And these other ones I need to get cleaned out and re-soiled in them as well. I need to get all these cut down, but as you can see, they are already starting to show some greenery there, and I don't want to stunt that growth. So I'm going to probably leave these. These are all raspberries and blackberries. And I have some leaves here that I want to, I don't know what I want to know if I should, like mulch them down and use them in the garden, but I do have them there, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with those leaves yet. But over here, I've got to get my water together. There's just so much to do and so little time. Because spring has sprung in my area already. And yeah, as you can see, I cleared this all out. That's where the leaves came from. I'm thinking about mulching them and just putting them back in my bed. I think that would be the best use of those. And my elderberries, as you can see, they are starting to green up as well. They're starting to bud out. There's my compost tea still sitting in the sun. And my strawberries, I have started to, clip the old ones off. But I've left them there just in case we get another frost. This is Michigan after all. And you never know what may happen. So I just want to leave them covered for the time being. So a few more days has passed by and I've decided to get my potatoes in. It is flirting with 70s again today, and it has for the last couple of days. So I am going to be planting my potatoes. I have 6 bags here, and we are going to be planting potatoes right along in here. And as you can see, or maybe you can't, I didn't do it. We got our garden shored up. Hubby did it. And he's got all the corners, and everywhere it needed wood, he's got that all shored up so the sand and the garden soil can stay where it's supposed to and not come out of the beds. So I'm glad that is accomplished and we can go ahead and finish, and we are pretty much ready for planting season. It's already amended and everything is ready to go. So that's what the garden looks like this year. This has already been amended. I just need to work that in, as you can see. But everything is done for the planting season. And these, I don't know if you can see them so good, but these are raspberries, and as you can see, they are just budding out. I wanted to try to trim them down. I'm not exactly sure what time of year you should do that, but I am going to trim off what I am deeming dead parts. This is the blueberry. My 2 blackberry trees actually died. They didn't survive the winter. And this is why I try not to get too far ahead of myself. This is approximately 3, 4, maybe 5 days after we were hitting 70-degree weather. It is gonna snow about between 5 and 8 inches in the next 24 hours. Yep, it is snowing. We were flirting with 70s not 2 or 3 days ago, and now it is snowing. And it has been snowing for quite some time. As you can see, there's about maybe 3 inches on the ground at the moment. So we are estimated to get around 8 inches of snow. And this is the most snow we've had in one time all winter long. And it's spring. Like they say, in like a lion, out like a lamb. So I bought some strawberries, and I'm going to try and save some of these seeds to try and expand my strawberry patch, as I call it. So what I did was just peel some skin off the strawberry, dried it on a napkin, and now I'm just rubbing off the seeds, and hopefully they will sprout into a strawberry plant. So that's what I'm doing on this snow day. So this weather is pretty much spasmodic. It's been 2 days since it snowed about 8 inches, and as you can see, it's pretty well melted in most areas where the sun basically hits it. As you can see in this garden area, my main garden area, everywhere over here where the sun hits it, it's pretty much melted all the way. And then over here where it's shaded from the house, it's not as melted. But yeah, this is the weather in Michigan for you. So yeah, I will have to wait. I was gonna wait till around Mother's Day anyway to really start planting in the ground, but my potatoes are already in. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. And remember, stay safe and keep prepping.